Hi guys and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also please click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and if you want to see more. In today's video, coming up, Verrils to the Dolphins for 2023. Smith talks his younger players and potential moves. But first, is this Rugby Union fullback looking for an NRL move? So when you hear about Rugby Union players talking about moving to Rugby League, you're thinking of the players that are coming to the end of retirement and are looking to use their name value to help booster up their retirement coffers. And also back in the day when it was a legitimate way to earn some money for the true stars of Rugby Union to come over to Rugby League. But there is one exception that's happened recently, as All Black star Geordie Barrett has opened up about his potential code switch to the NRL. Barrett is one of the best fullbacks in the world in Rugby Union, but has a versatility to cover a number of positions and has played 36 tests for New Zealand. And if you want to know how competitive that is, you just need to listen to the fans and see how much and how many trophies the All Blacks have won. The 24-year-old plays in Super Rugby for Wellington Hurricanes, but revealed he's a league fan and is considering a crack at playing in the NRL. To be honest, every off-season, or every time I'm sitting there watching a rugby league game, I think, I'd love to go over there and play some league, just for one season, Barrett said on What a Lad podcast. And who knows, I might. It's crossed my mind a lot. I'm not sure what position I'd play, but I'd love to go over there and give it a crack. Who knows? Barrett and his brothers Bolden and Scott all play for the All Blacks, and their teammate TJ Peñara was courted by the Roosters earlier this year, but after serious consideration the halfback decided to commit to New Zealand rugby. Barrett said he preferred to play in the halves instead of fullback if he makes a switch to rugby league. I wouldn't be able to tie his boots, Manly fullback Tom Trebojevich's shoelaces, he means. But maybe 5'8". I wouldn't mind kicking the skin a few times on the 4th or 5th tackle and putting up some floater bombs, Barrett said. Defending in the front line too, you're allowed to be a grub in that game, so I'd love it. As much as I like his enthusiasm, being a grub in the game is trying to be phased out to the sport, to be honest. But while it's still in, well, you beats young man. Sonny Bill Williams also played for the All Blacks and won the Rugby League won the World Cup in the Union game in between his two NRL stints. So there's always an opportunity to cross back and forth between the two codes whenever he wants, and if he's talented enough, then not a problem. It's usually the other way around, where in modern game, where league players go over to Union and do well and then come back once they've either achieved what they needed to achieve or got the pay packet that they want. But this gentleman is 24 years old, and it'd be quite interesting to see if he can make the grade. It might start the trend back with Rugby Union converts coming over to Rugby League and make it number one's rugby yet again. At the time of this recording, it's very, very hard for the Redcliffe Dolphins, or the Dolphins NRL team, to entice players to the club for the 2023 season. And so far, they have only 2 on their books. But reports are coming out in Australia that Sydney Roosters young gun Sam Verrils is definitely on the radar after they missed out on superstar hookers Reid Mahoney and Brandon Smith. Dolphins coach Wayne Barrett has only signed 2 players ahead of the expansion side's inaugural season in 2023, and the Storm star Smith toured the Dolphins facility, but is expected to sign with the Roosters, while Mahoney inks a lucrative 4-year deal with the Bulldogs. Smith's arrival at the Tricolours in 2023 will push back incumbent hooker Verrils down the depth chart, which could see him move to a different club in 2023, according to the Daily Telegraph in Australia. Verrils has been on the Roosters starting number 9 for most of the past 3 seasons, with Jake Friend battling injuries and then unfortunately retiring. 22-year-old has played 33 games for the Roosters since making his NRL debut in 2019 and scored the opening try of the grand final that year. Roosters coach Trent Robinson also has dummy halves Freddie Lussick and Ben Marsh at his disposal as well. It's understood Bennett is a big fan of Verrils, but the Eels are also keen following the departure of Mahoney for 2023, but as that has been since kiboshed due to the signing of Josh Hodgson. The 2 players the Dolphins have signed since they hit the open market on November the 11th are Felice Kafusi and Ray Stone. So they have got a lot of work to do to get ready for 2023. But if they can entice Verrils to the club, it's a start. That's their front row. They're starting front row for 2020. As far as we know. Yes, there's a whole year to come, and well, I'm sure Wayne Bennett will get them ready no matter what team he puts out, even if he is in the halves himself. It's going to be a long old toil, but they'll keep growing and growing and looking to entice members to the club to become part of the flagship team, squad, branding, merchandise sales of this inaugural Dolphins season. This next story goes out to the USA Rugby League fan subscriber, who I know completely and utterly loves the badge of this club, as Tony Smith doesn't anticipate any more young players being loaned out following the decision to send Tom Were to Rochdale Hornets for the 2022 season. Rovers have 4 first-team players waiting for their professional outings in Charlie Cavanagh, Max Kirkbright, Daniel Okoro and Connor Moore. Will Tate, meanwhile, has been starved of rugby league or regular rugby over the past couple of seasons. That is set to change next year, with the return of the reserve grade, with KR's remaining fringe players likely to be regulars on the second string rather than to join Were out on loan. Not at the moment, Smith replied when asked whether he would consider loaning any of the other youngsters. Were, like Tate, enjoyed a brief loan spell at Rochdale during the 2021 campaign, marking his debut with a try. When it came to weighing up Rochdale's offer for a season-long loan, Smith felt it would be beneficial to take Were out of his comfort zone. Tommy needed to go and experience another culture, said the KR head coach. He needs to get to the point where he isn't so easy for him to just turn up to work, and it's a little bit awkward. A bit of maturity stuff is needed from Tom. Sometimes that means going to a different culture to work your way back through the ranks. We all need to do that at some stage in our career. He just felt it was time for Tom in that respect. While Smith has not completely ruled out any further loan departures for his youngsters, he believed that his other younger players would benefit from staying in the Craven Parker environment for the time being. He takes a horse for courses approach when it comes up with the best development plan for his younger players. Absolutely, he said, on taking the decisions on a case-by-case basis. It's all done on merit and as needed. Everybody has the opportunity. Some take the opportunity and some don't. Some need to go away, mature, and come back. There's all sorts of things, and it's the same for any sports person throughout their career. They need to go through those periods. Sometimes it's a step backwards to go 3 steps forward. Sometimes it's a step backward to go another 3 steps backwards. It depends on how you take those breaks and those opportunities. Whether it's developmental loans or dual registration loans or agreements with other clubs, a loan period away from the club does sometimes work out beneficial, because you may be training with a group of kids your own age or a little bit older, but have not fully developed for the men's game. You may have the strength, but the fill out and the bulk so that you're effective going forward, or even just to give you a bit of grounding in the sport. It's always good. The one that popped into my head straight away was Zach Hardaker's loan to Featherstone. He went away to Featherstone before he broke into Leeds squad fully, and from there he's won Challenge Cups, Super Leagues, League Leader titles, and also has become an England international. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But maturity in the sport and in being a human being can benefit, even if it doesn't work out at rugby. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide. If you're enjoying these videos, please comment in the comments below and let me know that you are. And the more feedback that I get, the better we can grow our channel. So what are your thoughts of today's features? Do you think that the Rugby Union path back to Rugby League is going to reopen? Starting with Geordie Barrett? I don't know. But he played for Manly when Daly Cherry Evans retires. Would be an interesting one to push Manly to the top of the NRL rankings, especially with Tom Trebojevic in the back room. Sam Verrils to Dolphins, could that happen? Do you think the Storm will be more than likely to... these Roosters will be more than likely to let him go now that they've got Brandon Smith coming in? With not an announcement gone through yet. And finally, Tony Smith. Is he handling the youngsters very, very well at Hull? Or do you think that they do need to go out on loan to get the successful development up and running? Answers on the postcard or in the comments below. But any thoughts you have on the videos, I'm welcome them and I'll respond to them as soon as possible. Thank you so much for subscribing, thank you very much for being a follower, and thank you for watching this video. Please remember to stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next one.